Okay. Can you hear me? Weird. I don't hear you. Can you hear me? Okay, yeah. I'm waiting. I'm gonna come down. Oh, yeah, that.
Yeah, I got
Yeah, I
it.
had a.
Which is mine. I just
Okay.
unplugged. I unplugged it from here the first time. I just unplugged it from here and redid it, and it took it down.
It's not.
Oh, it's not. Testing. You saw it just jump a second ago, right?
It's picking up that mic. This mic. Weird. Go. Hmm. Let's. Yeah.
See, it's picking up here. If I
Picking up there, sure.
I need it to.
That one up. Check. Yep.
Under the card. This.
So this is feeding into there. This goes in here.
That's correct, right?
That is out.
That's what we want.
This should be in. We want to be going in from here. And then we send.
Do that reversed.
Into here. Yeah, like this should be sending out, yeah, and then this should be sending in.
And the one time we did have that switch, so I have it in mic level now, but I need to be in line level. That's what we carried back and forth. Well, I'm sure. Is this? Test. Yeah, yes. That mic, I don't, it's not that though.
It should be.
Yeah.
If you want to come out of here, you don't need to, things.
Yeah, that part is correct. This could be mixed sometimes. I know that that's.
Yeah. However, what is?
Then this is line one, going straight to that mic.
This is going out, but what is, so this is the master volume, what is the out? Is there a separate one for out?
So this is line A. This is taking anything that the computer is getting back into this, which is why I just need. This is taking it in. Okay.
Okay, so when I was talking, it was coming out the speaker.
Yes.
Okay, good.
Yes.
So that's good. Oh.
Mic check, mic check. It's reading it now for some reason.
Hit this button.
Okay.
Text, which is weird, whatever. Go ahead and,
Mic check, mic check, mic check. It's not playing it though.
okay, so maybe. Okay. Go ahead and say something again.
Mic check, mic, mic check. Mic check, mic check.
That volume is significantly down.
Wow. I did lower that one.
We did fix the mic going in, it's just.
So it's, that connection was.
Okay. Fading.
I always have.
Check 1, 2, check, check, check. Check 1, 2, check, check, check. Okay.
And that puts those two sliding bars about where they used to be too.
Yeah.
And then we have more room here. So this is the main, right?
That's the main, yeah.
We're gonna get.
Check, check.
That's what it is too. We're gonna get the loopy Zoom calls.
Sort of, yes. I did mute myself here, but I didn't mute the mic. Okay, there we go. Check, 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 check. Okay. Hold on. Okay, say something.
All right, here we are in Studium today for Mr. Garavalia's Zoom presentation. Sounds good?
Sounds good.
Sweet.
Wow.
Ish.
Goldman.
But yeah, just make sure not to turn the speaker. We don't want the sound coming out of the microphone to go back into the front. Oh, there he is. Good, we can make sure he hears things fine. this. Because she can see.
Good morning. Oh my God, the theater is quite large.
Can you hear things through this microphone okay?
Yes, I can. Thank you
Okay,
very much.
This will be where students come up to ask any questions. So we were just here setting up the audio. So as long as you guys feel like you're good, then we'll leave you two to it.
Okay, and one question, and can you all hear me?
Yes.
Can
yes,
you
we
hear
can hear
me?
you fine. Yep.
Yes, okay, just one question. And I liked how you set up. One thing is the light from the back is kind of on the student's face that I don't know if anything can be adjusted, like your mic orientation maybe tilt a little bit to your right or to your left maybe. So when they stand there, it will not be, okay, yeah, this is better. Wonderful. That gentleman stay there. It's perfect. Thank you. Yeah.
Okay, so have them stand here. Got it.
Yes. Instead of previously, because the light was right in front of their face.
Yeah, yeah. I wish we could adjust the lights, but they're kind of a fixed brightness, unfortunately. So,
I think it's okay. It is okay, at least from what I can see. Yeah, it is good.
okay.
You can encourage them.
Yeah, let's do it. Yeah. Yeah.
Can you all hear me okay?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah,
And we have range to bump you up if we need to. So once the room gets crowded, we can raise up the volume of your sound as well if we need to. But it sounds fine right now.
Just curious how many students
So
in
there's
this class?
there's going to be 90 students.
Really? Wow, it's a large class. So
Well, it's a combination of 4 classes.
I see. Okay. Mhm. So you force them, if you don't come, you're not going to get your grades, right?
That's right. That's right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk out, take attendance and admit the students and have them be seated, which should take about 10 minutes, and then we'll get started.
Okay.
And by the way, thank you again for doing this. I'm really looking forward to it. So thank you.
I'm having fun so far.
Yeah, so thank you. So I'm going to go welcome the students and get them seated, and I'll be back in about 10 minutes.
Okay. So should I look decent or should I make faces?
You-
Quite.
I'll let you decide that.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Good morning, Jan.
Yeah, good morning, Yan.
Yeah,
Thanks for coming.
yeah, thanks for coming in. Oh. Haven't seen her yet.
Hi, thank you. This is Yan.
Hi, Yen. The students still haven't been released from class.
So Yan, what do you think about my setting? Is that okay?
Yeah, it looks good. Yeah.
Okay.
Are you going to do any movement?
I think probably not because
Okay.
the time constraint.
Yeah. No movement, the setting is good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, that's another concern is if I'm going to do movement, I have to change the camera angles and so forth. Then that's just a lot of
Yeah.
switching.
That's no movement, that
Mm.
looks good.
Okay, thank you. I heard you guys are working really hard for CCD and
Oh yeah.
doing a lot of preparation work and very nice. Very
Yeah,
nice.
yeah.
Mhm. So
Actually, see what?
no, I was going to say that the flower color matched my hair color.
Oh yeah. I saw that. Is that
This
true
is
one or is
from-
a fake one? It's a fresh?
Yes, it's a fake one. Yeah, it's fake one. Yeah,
Okay.
a student of mine gave me some.
Okay. That's great.
Mhm.
I heard
So
that you
were going
also
to-
Go ahead.
No, I wasn't going to say anything.
Okay, I saw that you, Mia and Quay told me they also prepare for the easy flow.
Yes.
That's
As a
great.
matter of fact, I asked Quay, to
Mhm.
to select the music, and then she did
Mm-hmm.
very well, and then she choreographed the how should I say, the piece. So I'm very happy.
She's amazing.
Isn't she? I mean, she is really, really incredible. 82 years young. 82 years.
The she talked with Mia, so Mia's mom talked to me, said, "Hey, please tell that girl, and this coming Saturday, Mia is not coming." I said, "Well, that's not a girl." I was like, she's a grandma. I mean, Quay.
Oh, I see.
Mia's mom thought Quay is a girl, will play with, perform the easy
Well,
flow with Mia.
well,
I said, well, that's a grandma.
She is a girl. I mean, you look at her energy, you look at her mentality, and then she is a girl.
Yeah, she's really
Yeah.
strong, and no matter what side it is, she's young, she's a girl.
She is a girl, and I feel so fortunate. I have opportunity to work with people like you, and also like Quay and Mia, and this is the best job I ever had. Seriously, the best job I ever had. Yeah, I'm
I think I
very,
slowly introduced easy flow to the Y students. They love it.
okay, good.
Mhm.
Mm.
I haven't seen
你要不要
students
我帮
coming.
你看一下？你要不要我帮你看一下？ I think you're doing well, but
对
如果说
Easy
你要
Flow，
帮你看
你回来，你过来的时候吧，我或者
OK，
哪天录一下。哎，我很少就是做全的，因为可能会以后会做的更多，因为现在那个我发现那个 Y 它限制我的，它要我换一个小的 room，小的 room 呢18.4就更打不开了，我 argue 了
So
半天
easy
还是
flow
小
will
的。
be better. Easy flow will
Easy
be
Flow got
better.
small space，yeah。
And then no easy flow you you can do at any space. And
Yeah.
also you can
你们可以
if
进
you
走
do more of qigong. Yeah, the mic is working.
早上好。
早上好。
Yeah, I think they may have some technical issue. I haven't seen any other people
Well,
in the participants.
Hello.
hello, how are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing very well, very excited about talking to you guys and exchange some opinions.
So am I.
And
I'm Michael.
you're Michael. Are you a student or you a faculty member?
I'm a student.
You're a student. Wow, very nice. And
Thank you.
you look like with full confidence, and you should do Tai Chi. Just kidding.
Thank you. Thank
The
you.
second part is a joke.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. Well, Yan was saying, Rob was saying it will take them 10 minutes to sit in. Yes, hello, how are you, sir?
Hey, my name's Carson. I just want to say I'm really excited for the talk today.
Oh, okay. Good. Now you get me all pumped up.
Yeah, I'm real pumped up. I'm ready.
You
Well,
too? Have you ever tried Tai Chi or anything? No?
No, I never. I mean, a little bit maybe, but only for like school.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see you back there, waving hand.
Hello. Thank you for doing
Hello.
this.
Well, thank you so much for saying that.
How do you pronounce your name?
Violet Lee.
Okay. Thank you.
Oh, well, some of my French friends call me Violetta.
Very nice.
I'm Andrew. Nice to meet you.
Nice meeting you too. Thanks for the greeting. Actually, last time I spoke to a room full of men or male was a few years ago. I was invited to speak at a Citadel University. So I was speaking to cadets.
Well, so obviously today we have. So I am a novice Tai Chi student. I don't know what I'm doing, so I'm just learning about Tai Chi. But from my teachers, they have introduced me to their teacher, and she is going to be speaking with us today. So go ahead. So what I've done is some of the questions that you have shared, I have passed on just to get a sense of what you're interested in. But I think we're going to allow just a short introduction. And then as soon as you have questions, come on up here again, like we've been doing with yourself, and then ask these questions. Or you take a moment of quiet. Then let's meet our guest. So
Thank you very much.
you want to go ahead and just start off?
Rob, yesterday I showed you my PowerPoint. Do you still want me to go through that, or we just go directly to Q&A?
I think we should go after you share a little bit about yourself. I think we should just go to a Q&A so they have enough time for.
So, okay, yeah, that's great. And hello, everyone, and thank you for coming. Like I said, the last time I was working with a room full of young gentlemen was a few years ago. I was invited to Citadel University in South Carolina, and they were cadets. And I think that you guys it's tougher audience because you study religion and you study philosophy. And I think that this is very good. Congratulations, you are actually taking this class. As we all know, now we're in the 21st century with AI so popular, everything we do, almost all can be replaced by AI. The only thing, at this point at least, AI cannot replace us, is our brain. It's the way we think and the way we make decisions. And that's very, very, very important. And I'm so happy you guys have this kind of great opportunity, and then to learn different cultures and the different philosophy. And before we talk, okay, and Rob, would you mind give me the co-host status so I can share? Thank you. Okay. Okay, now let's see. Hold on a second. Let me try it again. Okay, the Zoom is very funny, and it's not allowing me to do things. And yeah, technology is great if it works. If it doesn't work, then we are stressed out, and we okay. So can you all see my screen now? Okay, good. I see the thumb up from Rob. So this is me, Violet Lee, and I am a 12th generation of Qian style inheritor, and the Qian style Tai Chi is the oldest. And I have taught the healing art to over 10,000 people worldwide. Of course, about a couple thousand actually in person. My students, including MMA fighters, police officers, and then also people from all walks of life. And I have been writing about Tai Chi and Qigong, more than 700 articles with readership from at least 40-some countries. And I got a few awards for my journalistic work. And also I was featured by several networks like NBC, CBS, and also NPR. And I have trained over 100 instructors and certified scores of instructors of the art. And so some people recognize me as a teacher's teacher. And I used to be a senior program manager at the information technology industry, actually at AT&T and some other companies in St. Louis. And I taught mass communication, money and banking, and also economics at several universities. I got my EMBA from WashU, and I got my MA master degree from Vanderbilt University. And my very first degree was in journalism. And so that's me. And the reason I put these things together is because you can see from my background, and I did not really study philosophy or spirituality. So I may not be the best candidate to do the talk today. However, I did some preparation work, and I'm very happy to be here to exchange some ideas and with you all. So Rob, I guess we should start with Q&A, is that right? I cannot hear you at all, Rob.
Did you want to share the slide about your lineage?
Well, I did not really have a slide about my lineage. So basically, Chen style is the oldest Tai Chi Chuan. Tai Chi Chuan is originally was created about 400 years ago. Of course, it was. This is really funny. It will not allow me to advance my slide for some reason. I cannot do it. Okay. Like I say, technology can be very stressful for people. And so it was created 400 years ago. However, China is a very, very old country, as you probably all know, and it was thousands of years of history. And then when there's human beings, and there always will be conflict. When there will be conflict, you cannot solve by words. Then you will use your fists, or you can use weapons. So China has excellent fighting skills based on the long history. So the creator of Tai Chi Chuan selected the most effective fighting techniques to create a Tai Chi. And of course, he did not just select the best fighting techniques. He also infused those movements with so-called Chinese meridian system. So when people actually practicing Tai Chi, it's not just good for going to the battlefield or protect yourself. It is also a great healing art and for oneself. So it's very interesting. Of course, Chinese people have been influenced by 3 different philosophies historically, namely the Confucianism and the Taoism, and also Buddhism, but not really the Indian Buddhism. It's more like Zen. And so 400 years ago, a general, his name is Chen Wangting, he created, because he was immersed in the Chinese culture. And like I said, he selected the best fighting techniques and then build the system based on the Chinese meridian system. And from him, he passed it down, and then all the way down to the family lineage. In the old days, people do not share the martial art and some other crafts or arts was outside. It was always passing down the family lineage. And my teacher, Grandmaster Chen Zhenlei, he is currently ranked the highest in the world. And he belongs to the Chen family. And he is the 11th generation Chen style inheritor and also the lineage holder. And I was very fortunate, accepted by him as his indoor disciple. And so that makes me the 12th generation inheritor. And in this meeting online, and was asked, we have Yan Xie, and she was a medical doctor in China, and now she does scientific studies at WashU, and she studied the art from the very young age, and eventually she studied with me, and I was very fortunate. She became my disciple last year, so that makes her the 13th generation Chen style inheritor. And Rob, I really have a problem to get out of the sharing mode, and I don't know why.
Let me see if
would
I can
not-
try to fix that.
Okay. And my mouse is not working. Nothing is working, so I don't know. Okay, now I'm out.
Great. So I think
Okay.
now I'll open it up to student questions, if that's okay.
Sure.
Right. Who has some questions they'd like to ask? Come on up.
My name's Teddy Jansen. When will you become a grandmaster?
I don't know. Probably never. Even though I have learned the art for 20-some years and I'm still a student, the art is extremely, extremely profound. And simply to prepare for the talk today, and I actually brought out the books on the Taoism and also some other, like the Diamond Sutra, and also the Confucianism, the books, and just to refresh my own memory. And then not to mention the Chinese medicines. And I understand, I have some working knowledge about the Chinese medicine, but not deep enough. So I got a long way to go. Thanks for the question.
Hello, I'm Nathan. So when you
Yes.
do you like
Uh-huh.
train MMA fighters and police, or do you just like work with them to like wait, hold on, let me see. Do you like are you like in the ring with them, like coaching them, or you just train them for like class?
Excellent questions. Actually, I was never invited to MMA rings, but the MMA fighters and came to my dojo, and they wanted to learn. And so Tai Chi Chuan, as I mentioned, is a martial art. It's a healing art as well as martial art, and its fighting techniques has been proven is the best. So I I don't know what they do in the ring. Okay, let's just put that way. And however, I taught them the right way to do Tai Chi Chuan. And then what they said is, I wish I knew that before, because it will make my fighting so much effective. And it's, when you're in a ring, it's all about efficiency, effectiveness, right? You don't want to have busy work, and how to protect yourself and how to fight. And then, it's a split second things. But at the same time, you cannot do that if you cannot calm your mind down, if you cannot relax. Okay. And my teacher always says, when we are, Tai Chi Chuan is very powerful, but we are not using just a skeletal muscle movement. We are actually using the energy from our body and also from the universe, from the ground, okay? And then so only when we are at a very relaxed mode, we can sum it up and help us to fight.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for the question.
Hey, I'm Carter. What is the biggest thing that you've gotten out of Tai Chi, like for yourself, in terms of like personal benefit?
Very, very good. And I just turned 70 last week. Yes, I just turned 70. And so health-wise, my doctor say I'm the model patient because all my bioindexes are normal, all green. And I went to Antarctica last month, and it was very awesome. I was able to canoe in the Antarctica, in the ocean. And I'm able to eat any foods. I have no restriction. So growing up, I was always weakly and sickly. But at the age of 70, I think I'm at the prime of my physical capability. However, my personal gain is not just the physical part. Actually, it's mentally and emotionally. And for example, I would get very nervous, even though I have done a lot of preparation for today's talk with you all. I had a big deck of slides, but talking to Rob yesterday, I understand that you guys have a lot of knowledge about Taoism and so forth. So we skip that part. And the reason I can come here calmly and to talk to you guys, because I no longer take myself seriously. And that's called Wu Wei. I can let go, okay? And that even including my orange hair, yes. And I'm not so much afraid of judgment. And I try to, again, let go. And this is not an easy thing, at least for me, and growing up. And so I'm always afraid, I was always afraid of what other people may think about me. But practicing Tai Chi Chuan, and then let me understand what is most important things in life. And so I think that's my biggest gain. However, do not using me as an example. And we should look at what science has taught us. And here is the book called Harvard Medical School Guide to Tai Chi. And you know Harvard, right? And how many of you want to go to Harvard? And this is Harvard Medical School, their publication. And in the book, it talks about hundreds and thousands of scientific studies to prove Tai Chi Chuan's health benefit. I hope I'm not talking too much. Does that answer your question?
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, well, thank you. Any other questions from anyone else?
Hello, my name is Quinn. I was wondering, like, what are specific ways you kind of like calm your mind and quiet yourself so that you can practice Tai Chi? Like specific ways that you do that.
Quinn, I really, really love your question. And as I mentioned, I was always afraid of judgment. And I also have a monkey mind. You know, in the old days in Taiwan, we don't really test people for ADD. I probably had ADD also, right? It is very difficult for me to focusing on one thing. And then when my mind was racing through all those kind of stuff, and it's hard, and it's so I cannot really quiet my mind. However, and scientists call Tai Chi Chuan brilliant. Why? You can ask Rob. And Tai Chi Chuan looks simple, but extremely, extremely complicated. Like I say, after practicing learning for 20-some years, I am still a student. And so when you learning Tai Chi Chuan, you will find out, you know, there's so many things to focus internally. When I say internally, your body and also your senses, your internal senses, your hearing and your even smell, and you can feel it. When you are focusing all those kind of things, your mind quiet. It looks like your mind is busy and then try to sense all those things. But then your mind is no longer bothering, say, hey, you know, does Jessica has a new boyfriend? Or am I be able to get into my dream college or not? And then what did Johnny say that to me yesterday? Is he trying to pick a fight with me? You know, all the thoughts are gone. Actually, those are most damaging things. Our mind constantly racing through those kind of things. That's very bad. And we cannot quiet that. But when we look internally and feel internally and focusing on our movements, yes, the mind becomes quiet. That's why scientists call Tai Chi Chuan is brilliant. Because like people like myself, it's very, very difficult to think about nothing else. I used to work for corporate America. I worked for a few large companies in St. Louis. And I was a hiring manager many times. And one of the job requirements is people able to multitasking. Multitasking is bad. That's all I can tell you. After I learned about so-called mind-body exercise. Thank you, Quinn. Excellent. Oh, you speak Chinese too. Wonderful.
一点说中文，中。
Oh my God! I guess yes. Yes.
Hi, I'm sort of wondering, like how much is Tai Chi a spiritual exercise and how much is it like a physical exercise, and how do those two interact, sort of, and how it compares to other martial arts in terms of like practical, like.
Oh, well, this is a hard question. You really have a very hard question for me, but I like your questions. And yes, Tai Chi Chuan is a martial art, and it's also it's an embodiment of philosophy and spirituality. But Yan, who is on the line and with me, and she can testify. When I taught people, I don't really, bring any of these philosophical things into the teaching. And however, once you practice long enough, you will sense it yourself. And actually, a lot of time, depends on the definition of a spirituality. In the when we look at European history, and originally it means something relates to religion. And I think it's later and maybe in the mid-age or whatever. And they start changing from their religion outlook to more, how should I say, diverse way of looking at it. And sometimes when we quiet our mind, we feel the universe, we feel the nature, and we feel internally. And that time, when you don't care about a lot of so-called material things, judgmental comments, you are actually very spiritual. And now I let the students sense that themselves. Yes, once a while, for example, like I was teaching people, this is one movement, and it's very simple. We call cloud hand or silk reeling. And this, guess what? It looks like a nothing thing. It actually is a martial art movement. It goes to people the throat. It's called thrusting, you know, and to the throat, okay? But what I'm saying is, you know, when we are moving through these things, okay, nothing I'm thinking to kill someone, but I'm focusing that my energy goes to my hand. I could feel the tingling sensation in my hand. And these kind of things is indescribable. Only when you practice, you feel that, because you don't get that from doing other things. You don't go to a rock concert and you go to a dive bar, and you don't get that, okay? And as far as other style of martial arts, I cannot say they don't have any spiritual moment. For example, the Japanese style Aikido. Aikido, in many ways, Japanese like to import a lot of good stuff, including their languages, okay? Their writing, their characters is Chinese. And Aikido, actually, for the most part, is from Tai Chi Chuan, the Chinese martial art. So they have that spiritual components there. But I cannot say all of the martial arts I like that way also. And even like say a lot of young people like the how should I say, the Filipino, God, it's at the tip of my tongue, and also the Brazilian martial art. And yes, some of them, they may not have that component, but some of them, they indirectly or directly was influenced by that. But Tai Chi Chuan itself, because every movement, it was being thought through. So yes, it's when you practice, you get a different feeling. I don't know if I answer your question. Your question, like I say, it's a tough one.
Oh, that was a good answer. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Yes. Any other questions? Yeah.
Hello. When you talk about your disciples, what do you mean?
Okay. And so Tai Chi Chuan is an art. And in China, in old days, there is no university type of systems. So a lot of yes, there are certain way, like you go to a very high level, is called, I don't know, yeah, maybe you can help me out, 大学, but that time the 大学 is different than so-called university. But it's in those systems, mostly you study the literature, all those kind of stuff. And for arts and crafts, and you don't go to a school. And how the art being transferred or been passing down through thousands of years, that including the medicines, including music and the dance and a lot of stuff. It's all been passing down from the teacher and to the student. And the student is not like nowadays it's commercialized, you know. So you go to Sluhai, and your parents pay for the tuition. And if you have a good grades, and I know SLU High is very difficult to get it. It's not just that your parents have money, you can go there. And they select you based on your credential. And it's a similar situation with the art, like Tai Chi Chuan. You got to have a certain credential. And of course, for Tai Chi Chuan, and like I accepted Yan because, like I mentioned, Yan, and she was a doctor, and she does a lot of research, but she's very busy, and she's going to present in Washington and in May. But at the same time, she's still willing to share her knowledge in the Tai Chi Chuan and to help other people. And then not to mention, she's a very honorable person, and I just enjoy working with her. And so it's this type of relationship. And so she's my student, but like I say, I taught over 10,000 people and 2,000 people in person, but so far I only have 2 disciples. And so it's a very different way of learning. And yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for the question.
Hi, my name is Sean. I know earlier you were talking about how some other martial arts were sort of made from Tai Chi. How do you think other like martial arts can kind of like use some of the stuff Tai Chi has? Like you talked a lot about like the intention behind a lot of the moves. Do you think other martial arts could use that effectively?
Oh, well, Sean, so how do you spell your name? SHAWNOSEAN? Because my son's middle, what?
SEAN.
SEAN, that's my son's name, Sean. Okay, great. Yeah, okay, good. Honest with you, I don't know all the other martial arts and which one, and do they all taking things and from Tai Chi Chuan. But in St. Louis, there is a dojo, or a chair, Tracy Karate. I don't know if you know that, Tracy Karate, yeah. And actually Tracy Karate is a national franchise. It's not just in St. Louis. And Tracy Karate is very much Chinese martial art. And they have some of the philosophy of Tai Chi Chuan, and but they did not call it Chinese martial art or Tai Chi Chuan, but instead they call it Tracy Karate because karate was more famous. And I think that Tracy Karate exists maybe 40 some years. So back those days, people not aware of the Chinese martial art such. So yeah, that's the situation. But more and more people may understand, just like my students of MMA, and also I have police officers studying with me, and one of the person, he originally studied the Russian style. What is called? I forgot the name, sorry. And so he practiced the Russian ones. And then he said, you know what? I think my teacher told me in these things we do, it seems it was originally from China. There's no way I can verify that. And he also felt, learning with me, and also improve his overall techniques. And he also thought it was great, and he could use the things he learned from me. He was taking private lessons with me, and to seduce, people. And sometimes people they may have mental issue, or they were just criminals. They wanted to fight the police force. And but you don't want to use deadly force to, and we have a few cases like that, right? but how do you resolve the conflict? And how do you use a lot of the techniques like yielding? In the Tai Chi Chuan is actually, even though I say it's a very effective martial art, but the mostly is for defensive purposes. And when we defend, we're not head on. It's how you intake another person's energy and you bring it back and give right back to them. And then makes it really, really powerful, okay? And so yes, or I redirect their energy to another way or their incoming force, and I can take them down easily. So again, yes, they told me because they learned these techniques from me, and I did not create it, and then it can help them with their job or their hobby or their fighting. I don't know. They feel it's, and so many people say, I wish I learned that before. And as a matter of fact, if I stay in St. Louis longer, I probably will be, how should I say, going to the police academy, because my student was talking about more police men or officers to learn about this art. And I have my fellow Tai Chi instructors in another states, in New Jersey and in Texas. They learn Tai Chi Chuan because it's really powerful. It's non-confrontational, but extremely effective.
All right, thank you.
Okay, well, thank you so much for your question, Sean. Okay.
Hi, I'm Gino. And I was wondering, what do you find that a lot of people struggle with when starting to learn or practice Tai Chi?
Well, this Bobby Rob can tell you his experience, and I have taught, as I mentioned, 10,000 people and a couple of thousand in person, so I know how they feel, and including myself. And the youngest I ever taught was 6 years old, and oldest was 106. And I think most difficult part is how to quiet your mind down. And once we quiet our mind down, and we see things we never saw before, well, we hear things we never heard before. So it is very important. And so that's the hardest part. And to me, it just going through that learning curve taught me so much. I need to be a better listener. I need to observe. I don't just, a lot of time we have a lot of preconceived notions, right? Mm-hmm. And we assume a lot, even though you may not think that way. But we assume a lot of things, and we don't really, and we're not humble. We're not saying, okay, yeah, I really need to watch this carefully, and then I learned it. But most people say, yeah, you're just running circles, right? But it's more to that. And so when I teach people, Tai Chi Chuan, I teach them fundamentals. What are the really important part? And how do you work with your body? And how do you feel your body? And yeah, I hope that answer your question, Gino.
谢谢你的智慧。
Whoa! Okay. Well, I think Sue's high students are ready for the world. You guys know English, you know Chinese, you know philosophy, you know spiritual things. So yes, it doesn't matter how the world changes. You know how to handle that. Yes.
Well, unfortunately, the bell is about to ring. So we want to thank you for your time and your energy.
Well, thank you. Oh, time is up. My goodness. Yeah, I guess when we have good time, the time flies by quickly.
Thank you so much. That was great.
Oh, well, thank you. Yeah, I had a good time, and they did have very good questions.
My students told me to say, shush, shush.
Oh, 谢谢. That means thank you.
No, go ahead.
Thank you. It was a great talk. Thanks.
很高兴认识你。
哦，很高兴认识你，叫什么名字？
So a couple of students went to Taiwan for the month of January. And so, and then
I see.
And then obviously we have a number of students who take Chinese and then also take this world religions class because they're interested in Buddhism, Confucianism, Taoism, and just Chinese culture. So
I think that you're doing a great job there, and I seriously meant it. And you know, and then people all care about technology or whatever, and then you know, technology is going to replace all of us. But the only thing they are not going to replace us is our conscience and our brain and our way of thinking. Yeah,
it's wonderful. I really appreciate you're very generous. You're very generous.
Thank you very much.
Okay, well, and I hope that I'll get to see you on May 20th and I get to come to your seminar. Even though I'm very much a beginner in Tai Chi, I want to learn as much as I can, but I'm just starting. So.
Well, yeah, I think you started earlier than I did. I did not start it until I was 47.
Oh no, I'm 55.
So. Oh, you're doing very good.
Yeah, so no,
you're doing very good for yourself. That's wonderful.
So but no, I can't wait to learn. So thank you so much. And do you mind if any other students have more questions that they couldn't ask, do you mind if I pass them on to you?
Not at all. Not at all. Yeah.
And what I'll do is I'll take this recording and then I'll share it with you.
Okay, good. Yeah, well, you was a good teacher. Yan is very, very solid. And she can probably explain a lot of things from the Chinese medicine perspective better than I can. And she used to study Chinese medicine when she was in med school in China. And so yeah, I'm catching up.
Unfortunately, I only get to go to her class when I'm not teaching. So I wish I could go to her class more often. So.
Yes, well, I mean, there is, you know, there's really no need to rush. And learning Tai Chi is a lifetime thing for me. And there's always time and place.
Yeah.
And yeah, and so yeah, congratulations on your daughter's graduation from high school.
Thank you.
A
you.
milestone. And
Yes.
you know, yeah, I started late. It's also, you know, like I said, I have family responsibilities. I was working, so did not really have much time to devote it to you know, my love. But I think you gradually as you learn and you progress and you find it's really fun to do it. And yeah.
Well, I feel much better whenever I do it.
Good. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much. Hopefully I'll get to see you on May 20th. And then, yeah, and I'll get to see you.
Excellent.
When classes in. Okay. Take care.
Thank
Okay,
you.
yeah.
Bye.
Take
Thank
care.
you so much.
Okay,
Bye-bye.
bye. Bye.